Hiya folks, I'm Grim, and welcome to Grim Grooves, a channel where I react to and review music of all kinds, particularly video game stuff, but I've listened to just about anything. I've been a music fan my whole life, and I've collected it just as long. At this point, I have a collection of over 10,000 songs of all genres and styles, from all over the world even. And at the end of this video, I'll be taking a track from that playlist, and I'll throw it at the end of this video and you can check it out, see if you like it. It'll usually be somewhat related to the song I'm listening to today. And today's video will be the Fontaine live symphony from Genshin Impact. And this is supposed to be pretty good. I've heard some good things about it, and I mentioned in an earlier video that I'd be interested to see an orchestral version of music from Genshin, so I'm looking forward to this. So without further ado, let's check it out. I don't know how much of a build-up there is, if there's anything aside from the music, but I guess not. Wow, minute in, and that was one of the craziest opening minutes to a song that I've heard at this point in years, probably. Like I like obviously I have pretty high expectations going in because of what I've heard before, and also that's an orchestral arrangement. But wow, that was crazy. Like my first thought is like how magical it all seems. It's almost like the Harry Potter theme and music from that series, but in some ways, I'd say it even surpasses that, even just from what I've heard, just from, again, the variety of the arrangement and things like that. Let's get back into it. Pause it before the choir starts up. Oh, wow, this is like the best waltz I've ever heard. And there's been a lot of good ones in video games. Like there's, I think there's a good waltz in a few Final Fantasy games, things like that. But I'd say this one tops them so far. Like I'd have to re-listen to them to compare and contrast, but this is exceptional. The horns. Some Italian influences, some flamenco influences. Like, this is great. A nice piano breakdown of the main theme. God, this is incredible, fantastic, phenomenal. What else can I say? Sorry about that. Had to pause for a minute, but I'm gonna go back a few seconds for what I missed. I was distracted. Anyways, here we go. That's something you don't see very often, just the cups. But it's incredible to see them actually being played. And I'm someone who loves strings. I love a good violin, and the choir was fantastic. Like every individual element of this song so far, of the music that I've heard, has all been exceptional. Like, and they all come together so wonderfully, so magically. Like, you could really get a sense for the environment as well. Like, I have no concept of what Fontaine even is. I'm assuming it's an area, and based on what I've heard, I'd assume it has some influences from Italian, probably architecture and style. Again, maybe some South American influences with a bit of flamenco there. I could be completely off here, but you never know. It sounds like it from the music, and also the kind of whimsical, like, again, better, I can't think of a better term than just magical, I guess, for just how I don't know, airy and whimsical the music seems. And then there's the waltz elements too. Like, yeah, I'm interested to see what Fontaine actually is in game compared to what the music sounds like. But it looks like we're getting into the second half of this. There's a song called Rondeau de fleurs et de rapières. I'm not, yeah, anyway, as best I could do. Here we go. I think it's called, if I can translate it, I think it's like Dance of Flowers and Swords, or rapiers, because rapiers are a form of sword. I don't know. But yeah, I'd say Dance of Flowers and Swords. We'll see. It's a great name. Mandolin. I could see this totally being like a ballroom dance, like a sequence where you go to a place where there's like a big shindig going on. It's a big ballroom dance or something like that. Like, but this has also been phenomenal. Like, I'd say at this point, I like the Fontaine one more slightly, but this is also, again, I'm barely halfway through, but this has also been, it's hard to come up with words other than what I've said already, because I'm just repeating myself. It's phenomenal. It's exceptional. picking up now. Love these little breakdowns when all the rest of the music just kind of goes out and all you hear is just the individual plucky instruments going off, and this is great. Sounds so nice on piano. Wow. That was insane. Like, it's one thing to hear the studio versions of these things, but to actually see an orchestration version done live, it's incredible. Like, can never get enough of that. And anytime I get the opportunity, I always like to go see a show live and things like that, or yeah. Like, I've always wanted to go see Distant Worlds, which is the Final Fantasy orchestration show that they do, and other ones like that. But yeah, this was beyond words how good this was. Like, the second song here, Rondeau de Fleurs, also grew on me quite a bit. Like, it's hard to pick which I actually like better at this point, because they were both just so stellar. Like, and it's interesting to see each of these individual instruments being played in concert, technically, and just done so masterfully, where they all work together, like, to build out such a robust and interesting show and soundscape. Like, again, I can only imagine what these would be in game, what these places and what these songs would be used for. But even without it, even with no concept of that, these are incredible songs. Like, at this point, this is now, what, 4 or 5 songs I've heard from Genshin, and each and every one has been, like, top tier. Like, I can't pick a single one that I'd say, like, oh, this is probably down here, this isn't very good, like, because they're all just so good and so well done. Like, it's wild. It's also exciting because there's just that much more music out there that I'm looking for and I can grab and I can collect and add to my playlists and listen to whenever I want, because that's kind of the point of music, is to enjoy it. And I hope you enjoyed this reaction. If you did, hit the like button and subscribe down below for more, because I've got, again, a ton on the way. And at the end of this video, like I said, I'll add a song from my playlist and you can check it out. Maybe you'll like it, or you can add it to your playlist. Who knows? Anyways, if you got anything you'd like me to check out, throw it down in the comments as well, and I'd be glad to look at that too, because everything I've checked out has been fantastic, and this one was actually a suggestion, so I'm happy to check it out. Anyways, until next time, later days, folks.